Fired up. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's hump day, Wednesday.
It is, you're right, Wednesday. Wednesday, good morning, good morning. I feel
And this
like,
and this and this and this and this. What day is it?
Okay.
Mike.
yeah,
Oh my gosh. I look crazy today. I have like a coffee, a juice,
got a
a
coffee, I got some
water.
Gatorade, I got water, I got it all.
Energy
Same thing.
shots.
Like, tell me you're in
Juice it
South
up.
Florida without telling me you gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah. I
All
see
right,
some of our
Paul.
students on board.
Chat's open.
I see
Tell us,
Cindy.
tell us how
I
you're
see
doing today.
Mitchell. Put in the chat if you guys were at Turning Point this past week. Put in the chat if you were at Turning Point. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you missed out.
If they don't know what you're talking about, then the answer would be no.
Yep. And I see, yep, a couple of you guys. Andrea, of course, Cindy, I saw you there. It was fun.
It was so much fun.
Cindy, did Carl go out and buy the jacket, the suit, brand new for that event, or did he have that in the
I don't
closet
know.
somewhere?
So for the guys that don't know that are new or you've been with us forever, you know our contractor Carl Shealy is our number one guy. We have photos on Facebook. I was shocked. Mr. Carl
Oh,
Shealy was dressed up in a suit for
I
three
was on the
days.
floor. Like,
For 3 days, Mr. Shealy doing some big things. It was impressive. He looked like a boss. He is a boss.
he is the boss.
He
Yeah.
is a boss. So it was pretty awesome to see that. Some of you guys maybe your first webinar actually, so you probably have no idea what we're talking about. We had Marshall Silver come down, and we did our turning point, and it was pretty fun. Is an understatement. So
It was so good, you guys. Like, I don't know, I've been to a lot of events for like mindset and personal development and things like that, but this was really good. This was really good, I think, especially for us as real estate investors. I know it applies to all entrepreneurs, but I think it was
absolutely.
really, really good. And
Absolutely. We broke some boards, ate some fire.
yeah,
I see our accountant, our tax advisor, Jose Ramirez is on board, uh, listening in. What's up, Jose? How are you? Cindy is actually on here, Carl's wife. So happy Wednesday. Awesome. And
nice
put in the
being
chat,
here.
yeah, put in the chat if this is your first time actually listening to one of our webinars. So I do see our student Janice. Okay, we see a few.
Yes,
Awesome.
Andre. I want to shout them out. Andrea, Janice, we
Yeah.
have Libby, Mitchell. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, welcome, guys.
Yeah. Bianca, welcome. First time. Awesome. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get to this today.
Oh yes, Samir. It was so nice to meet you. That was a lot of fun. I'm happy we got to meet in like the last 5 seconds of the event. That was amazing. So, welcome, guys. Let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. As you can see, the chat is open. It will be flowing. You guys can collaborate and talk and chat with us in there. But I want to welcome you to our webinar today. This is BPM RIA, Broward, Palm Beach, Miami-Dade Real Estate Investors Association, your only local and approved chapter here in South Florida that is approved and in compliance with the National Real Estate Investors Association. We are so happy to have you guys. I'm Alexa, COO at BPM RIA. We have our CEO, Anish Dave, as well as one of our lead mentors and investors, Harry Diamond. We're having an awesome webinar today. I'll tell you in just a second why, but obviously the topic is hot. It is finding off market deals fast and the secret to sourcing hidden properties before anyone else. So we're going to tell you how to do that right after I tell you how to join the raffle. Okay, guys, we are raffling a free seat to our 2-day quick start. This is going to be our 2 full-day boot camp that is live via Zoom. So you could take this in the comfort of your home. This training is going to be running in just a few weeks, and you have a chance to win a free seat just by attending today's webinar. So go ahead and enter the raffle by texting the word quick start to 954-800-6961. It's a $695 value. So go, go, go. Details in the chat. Details are on your screen right now. Go ahead and text that word to that phone number, and I will announce the winner at the very end of today's webinar. So good luck, and I will continue reminding you guys to enter the raffle throughout the session today so you don't forget. All right, easy way to keep up with events. My favorite way to keep up with events is via text. It is just so easy, so convenient. You guys can get the text message update, straight to your phone with the link, with the reminder, with the everything you need. So easy way to keep up with us. Go ahead and text BPM REIA, all one word, no spaces, to our event line 954-800-6961, and you will get opted in to those text updates on all of our upcoming events, which you can find on our website, you guys. We have so many incredible events. Please get locked in. We have more webinars for you all next week. We have our in-person networking coming up in just 2 weeks from today, actually. So members, get locked in. Go get your free ticket. You can get this on MemberFlow. As soon as you click the event page, you'll see it on page 2, or maybe it'll be on the bottom of page 1 today. You'll see it on the upcoming events page that I just dropped in the chat. Go get and reserve your free ticket for the networking event on November 5th. We're going to have vendors, we're going to have members, investors, realtors, lenders, all the above. It's going to be a good time. Plus, we're going to talk about asset protection and real estate tax planning for real estate investors as well as entrepreneurs. So we're going to finish off the night with a really great topic. So get locked in, get registered, and we will see you guys there. These are only quarterly, you guys. So these are the biggest events that we have in the year, and you definitely want to be there and really network with those people that you need to be in the same room in. So with that being said, the quick start is also coming up around the corner. This is going to be our 2 full-day boot camp. It's hosted live via Zoom, so you can take this in the comfort of your home, but it is very interactive. You will feel like you are in a virtual classroom. We have cameras on, microphones on, so it's not like this webinar where you just see us. You will see everyone in the training. You get to network with the people in the training, and we're also going to teach you all of the strategies that we give our students in our coaching programs, meaning we're going to talk about the wholesaling, the flipping, the rehabbing. We're going to drop in the AI tools that we're using. We're going to teach you how to build your own AI tools and how we're using them. We're going to teach you some creative financing hacks. And we're going to have 4 incredible guest speakers on this training. They're key people in our power team, all business owners. We have some in here right now. We have Jose Ramirez, our chief tax strategist and owner of Advanced Tax Advisors. He's going to tell you what you need to know to set up your business correctly and save and make as much money as possible. We're also going to have Kevin Thatcher, the owner of Independence Title, who some of you guys have met him at the previous networkings or at the Turning Point last week. He's going to teach us all about the double closings, assignments of contracts, and how to be, making sure you're doing the right thing, because we need to stay doing the right thing in this business. Can be a little tricky, and we're going to teach you how to make it easy and efficient for yourself. We have Francisco Mago, the owner of ReaFax, our deal finder software, and we also have Carl Sheely, our contractor, who a lot of you guys met last week in his fancy suit. And he is just his business is also expanding along with Jose and Kevin. Like, these people are just absolutely killing it. So you want to be with them over the weekend and be top of mind for these professionals and key people in our team. So go ahead and check out the link in the chat, you guys. Go check it out. Look at the professionals that we have on there, the topics, and make sure you get locked in for that training. If you didn't get the early bird, doesn't matter. You need to get in this training. It's the last one of the year. We have the member pricing and non-member pricing, $4.95 and $6.95. And thank God, thank goodness we have the money back guarantee. God forbid it's not for you. You get your money back after the first day. So you guys are safe with us, and we want to teach you everything that we know in the weekend. So members, as you guys know, you get all the goodies. You get the membership pricings for our workshops and boot camps. You get in free for those 4 quarterly networking meetings. So if you don't have your membership, I highly recommend getting it now, not the day of the event, because we will be busy, guys. We'll be setting up for you all. So get your membership before the quarterly networking meeting on November 5th if you didn't already. And trust me, if you are confused about the membership, I also have you covered there. I have a webinar coming up in November all about membership benefits and how you can utilize your membership, make the most out of your membership, and of course, save money with those discounts and benefits. So we want to see you there. You get a ton of benefits through the National RIA benefit package. And I want to show you guys how you can be saving more and really expanding your business through our membership that we have here at BPM RIA. So I will see you guys there. I got you covered. I promise you. So last but very not least, coaching and mentoring here at BPM RIA. A lot of you guys have been reaching out regarding the coaching programs, and I love to see it. I love to see you guys getting on top of it before the year ends, because you already know it's going to be a what is it called, a stampede. It's going to be a stampede by January, because everyone wants to start the year fresh, start the year with knowledge and equipped to do deals down here in South Florida. So get ahead of it, get locked in, book your discovery call for the coaching program details. This is where I'll give you a complete breakdown of everything we include in the programs that we offer, as well as the pricing information. And during this discovery call that you can book right on our website, I'll be more than happy to help set up this 1-hour free consultation with you and a mentor so that you can get all of your questions answered, and we can ensure that this is the program that's going to get you to your goals and make you a successful real estate investor here in South Florida. So I truly look forward to speaking with you guys. I love getting in touch with you on a one-on-one basis. This is where I get to learn what your goals are, how I can help, what I can do, what resources can I provide. So please go book your discovery call. I want to talk to you and show you how we put up 100% of the money for our students' deals and split the profit 50-50. It's absolutely incredible and such a joy to watch these students win. So you guys, please get connected with us on social media. I always want to take another moment to thank the National RIA for everything they provide. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. They just have so many great resources. If you guys are looking for market updates, check out the Real Estate Investing Today, the Real Estate Journal, ROI Magazine. So many incredible resources on the National RIA website. Always want to take a moment to thank our vendor partners on our website as well. Those people are incredible. That's how we have these incredible events, is all of our awesome vendors that we have, which you will get to meet them next week the following week at the quarterly networking meeting. So start getting familiar with them, check out what they do, what they offer, and then once you meet them, you'll have a little bit more knowledge of what questions to ask, how you can work with them, how they can help you achieve your goals in real estate investing, because we are all on our own journeys and have different goals and things that we need. And that's what these vendors are for, is to get you guys what you need. So please, please, please go check them out. They're absolutely incredible. I love them all. So go also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are recording today's session. We will post the replay for y'all, but we want to make sure we don't miss your questions. So please put your questions in the Q&A as well. We're here for you. We want to answer every single question that you guys have, as long as we have time for it. So we will answer as many questions as possible. drop them in the Q&A. Don't wait until the last 2 minutes of the webinar, because then we're going to be cutting you off. But we are here to answer those questions. And obviously, we want to hear from you guys in the chat as well. So thank you guys so much for always giving me the opportunity to tell you what's going on here. And I'm pumped for today's webinar. Anish, tell us what's going on today.
Yeah, thank you, Alexa. Thank you, Harry. So I'm excited. It's been forever since we've done a webinar. Gosh, these last 30 days have been kind of nuts. A lot of traveling. We had the National RIA Leadership Conference. We did Turning Point last week, which was pretty awesome. We've been just doing a lot of things out there. Special shout out to Alexa. When I say we, BPM RIA, it's going to have a new edition, meaning Alexa's pregnant, and we're super excited for her. So she did announce this, so I'm not announcing this without her knowledge.
You're safe. You're safe.
I'm safe on that. It's also Harry Diamond's birthday was this past Friday. So a lot of cool stuff. We got some great stuff that we're celebrating. I know we're not celebrating the Miami Dolphins, and we won't talk about that, and we won't talk about the New York Yankees, and we'll just talk about the secrets of sourcing hidden properties before anybody else. So I do see a lot of new names on this webinar, so welcome. So our team is obviously Alexa, who is our COO. We do have 4 other mentors, and we do have Harry Diamond that's actually joining us today. And so my background is I'm a real estate agent since, gosh, 2004. I'm a licensed mortgage guy. I've been flipping houses for almost 25 years. Some of you guys know my story is kind of equivalent to a lot of you guys out there, where you made a lot of money if you're an old timer from, I'd say, 2003 to 2008. Crushed it until about 2008, 9. Guess what happened? The market crashes. So I literally went from millions of dollars to losing everything and filing bankruptcy. I've spent well over $50,000 on a national program to learn how to real estate invest and flip houses. Great program, except for my mentors were in Utah. So again, great information, and they didn't know the local market. The good end of it was they said, hey, go to your local RIA, the Real Estate Investor Association. I actually never knew what a RIA was, even though I was investing. And I knew there was something to this wholesaling, rehabbing thing. I just needed local mentors. So I took my last bit of money after spending well over $50,000. And I said, let me do this local mentoring, which was RIA mentoring. And I was one of the top students, and I actually got to buy the companies from my mentors. Fast forward, it's been, I can't believe it's been about 11 years since I bought the companies. We did rename it during the pandemic to BPM RIA because I was getting tired of everyone thinking I only bought in Broward County. Well, we buy now, fortunately, in the whole state. So now, guess what? I probably have to rename it eventually. So what we're going to do also today is we're going to show you some of the deals. We're going to show you some deal software, what we're using. We're going to really kind of get into how we're finding some of these big profit centers out there. And so one of the things that, people always ask, are you living your best life? And one of the things that's important for me is the word and. I spent a lot of money on mentoring, masterminds, all the above, well over $250,000 in the last few years. And one of the things was to learn and. And what I mean by that is that I want to have a great business and live in a great life. So my wife and I, we love to travel. As I said, I love sports, so I take my dad out there. So we've been to some of the Knicks games, some of the baseball games, all the above out there. And what I really like about our team is that we all love to travel. So Harry, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Well, I too am like a lot of you out there. About 2012 or so, I got involved with a nationwide program, not knowing anything about real estate. Again, came across the local RIA, went to all of them, Victoria and I, but we all had the same goal of wanting to be successful, helping others. Traveling was one of our big commonalities with everybody. And we just followed the leader, did what we were told to do, and became successful to the point where we just felt like we had to pay it forward to help people like yourselves come and join the fun, because we are having a lot of fun going to these places and doing these things. And so welcome to the call. And obviously you want to let you have more time on this webinar instead of hearing from me. So I'm shifting
Yeah.
it back to Anesh.
Yeah, thanks, Harry. And some of the other things I've been up to also is we partnered with the Miami Dolphins on their business combine. I am the wholesale rehab expert for PAC, the professional athletic community. They are up to 6 major sports, including women's sports, the WNBA, rowing, and I am their expert. We do a lot of fun stuff at BPM RIA. We do happy hours, we do barbecues. Harry's an expert at cooking. We're still trying to figure out what the aluminum foil does around your stomach on that. Either way, it tastes very good. The other thing that we also do is the National Year Cruise. We go on the cruise every year. This is us in Alaska. We do have the National Year Cruise coming up. I'm not sure if it's sold out. There might be a few spots left. It's February 1st to the 8th. I know Alexa will put it in the chat. There might be a few seats left. It's out of Miami. What I love about it, it's about 100 investors from all around the country. The sea days, we are learning real estate investing. So it's pretty cool on that. I've also worked with Grant Cardone. And one of the things with Grant Cardone, I was never a big fan of all the social media. After meeting him, I actually like him. And what I mean by that, his passion is kids to really teach education and real estate investing to young kids. He does a lot of non-for-profit. I know it doesn't, he doesn't really show off that end of it. So after meeting him, it was pretty fun to exchange some ideas, and we're hoping to do something really for the kids and something for the non-for-profit. Also, I was the first guest on Money Chat as the wholesale rehab expert. So today it's all about interaction, guys. So what I want to know is how many guys need to make more money in 2025, right? 2025 is almost over. So give me a yeah, buddy. So I want to make sure that you guys are listening in. Remember, the more you participate, the more you'll get out of it. Okay, some of you guys. Hey, Devin, one of the guys from PAC, right? How many of you guys realize that you're going to have to sharpen your skills and it's going to cost you some money? Give me a yeah, buddy. Thanks, Jose, Andrea. Absolutely, right? Okay. Some of you guys, right? And if you're not putting in the chat, I want to know what you guys are doing. Let me know. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, right, Harry? Maybe we're doing the wrong thing if they don't need any more money. And how many of you guys understand ultimately nothing's for free and you're gonna have to invest in yourself? Give me a yeah, buddy. Okay, some of you guys. All right. Yeah, I know some of you guys need a new Lambo. I'm just happy no one says that they need a new wife. I'm messing, or husband, right? All the above. So what I'm gonna do is play a quick video of what we've been doing, and then we'll get started.
This is one of the best programs I've been a part of. The support is outstanding.
I encourage you to join this association. Your life will be changed.
Anish and everybody that was part of the BPM RIA they were just wonderful. They got very knowledgeable. They were helpful. They were patient, kind, very good teachers, very organized. Everything was just it was a great uh, quick start seminar.
BPM RIA, Anish and the team, they are amazing. I have been a corporate member of the BPM RIA, formerly known as BRIA, for probably almost 15 years. And being part of an organization like that is just amazing when you get to see the people's lives that they're changing.
Hey, what's up? This is Avery Moss, former New York Giant, former Miami Dolphin. Recently, I got to finish up this hack event where it was a group of professional retired athletes that got together and we're trying to figure out the next chapter of our life. Just hearing them talk, going through everything, like instantly, I was inspired by the guy. It was like a light bulb clicked above my head like a cartoon. And thanks to Niche Dave, I can say furthermore, I'm going to go through this process and get into real estate, stop messing around and actually do it because I feel confident now of knowing what I want to do after meeting him and getting the base knowledge and seeing how things are.
Position. Grab the seat of the chair. The seat. There you go. Which should be on the corner should you want to. All right. Go straight to the floor. Not at an angle. Straight up and down. The seat is straight to the floor. Touch it once. Touch it twice. Destroy that shit, dude. Touch it a third time. Explode!
And I have to say, they're an exceptional bunch of people to work with. How to use a technique, creative financing, how to get rid of liens. Don't hesitate to join, work with them. They will definitely help you get through the roughest times.
They put up all the money for the deals. They're there with you, make sure all the paperwork is right. They're not going to leave you alone on this. And yeah, I recommend this.
BPM Rio program. It's definitely changed our lives. They funded our deals.
Hey, can't go wrong with other people's money.
Exactly. You know, they funded our deals. They got us into real estate. They held our hand the whole way through, and just really, the most amazing thing is we literally have these guys to. It's nothing for us to pick up the phone and call a Nish and be like, hey, look, we got this deal. What do we do?
They're not going to let your deal fall through.
So that gives you a quick idea of what we've done last year. And so for the next 60 minutes, I am going to show you what kind of deals that we use. I'm going to show you ReaFax, the software we use to find some of these off-market deals. I'm also going to talk about our one-on-one coaching program and why you're going to want to invest the $19,995. And I'm also going to talk about our two-day quick start. So one of the problems that most new investors fail, right? Lack of funding and capital. How many guys, that's one of your challenges? Put in the chat. I could do deals if I only had money. All right. How many guys are, guess what? I'm afraid to make a mistake. Give me a yeah, buddy. I want to see which ones you guys are, right? Because for me, I was like, oh, fear of mistake, right? The step-by-step guidance. What do I do next? Right? So a lot of times that happens all the way through, right? And information overload. Some of you guys have been watching YouTube forever and ever. What's the new shiny object? I'm going to do lease options. I'm going to do creative financing. I'm going to do seller financing. I'm going to buy tax deeds. All the above, right? So that's a challenge with a lot of investors. So some of the national programs, they try to teach you everything and it's too much information. So one of the things that I did was, it was too much information. Guess what I did? I got lazy. Meaning I didn't want to go out and talk to sellers. Our game, we call this a game, is to talk to as many sellers out there. How many guys realize it's a great opportunity right now? Right? You guys have been seeing that the market's been shifting. It's no longer 2020. And what I mean by that, when in South Florida in 2020, guess what was happening? There was 10 offers, 15 offers, 20 offers. There were a lot of new investors making money by accident, meaning they weren't good at what they're doing. What we've seen, and Harry, if you want to chime in on this, is that we've seen a lot of newbies make some money and now they're already out of the industry because they didn't have a solid skill set. What are your thoughts on that? We've seen a lot of people get out of it.
Well, life does come in and it gets distracting, and there's a lot of outside influences that have people going in different directions. But I don't understand when they do these deals and make the money, why they get distracted so easily. But when you stay focused, you will be successful. When someone asked Victoria how many students are successful, and she, without missing a beat, said 100%, as long as you don't give up. And but it is a very lucrative opportunity, real estate down here in South Florida, more so than any other place in the country. There's a lot of opportunity for various methods to earn incomes. And as far as why is everyone gives up, not everyone, but why some people give up, I have no clue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add. So like when like what I want people to understand is as the market shifts, you got to shift also, right? So it's maybe some of the things that we did before weren't working the same. What we've seen, and I'm going to show you with RioFax, is there's a lot more opportunity, as well as the market we feel like it has been doing. There's a lot of people that can't afford their house anymore. And the reason, right? People keep asking, what's the reason? Well, if you got a W-2 job, you guys understand that your pay hasn't gone up much. In the meantime, what has gone up? Uncle Sam or Broward County or Palm Beach County, all the taxes in Florida, right? Property taxes have gone up. The other big killer, right? If you guys own homes or investment properties, is insurance. So the massive amount of insurance increases and the rents aren't going up as high. So what turned into a positive cash flow with leverage, guess what happens now? They're coming out of pocket. Oh, by the way, there's some repairs, right? It's 10 years, you got CapEx expenses. I got to put a new roof on. I got to, the AC went out. So a lot of people, as much as I love living in South Florida or in Florida, there's a lot of people are paycheck to paycheck, right? That might be you. One little hiccup and you may be in trouble, right? So you just have to understand how to go through these market shifts. I'm not even gonna, I keep myself out of the politics end of it. What I can tell you is, over the years, hey, I'm gonna wait until we see the election before I get into real estate investing. Oh wait, I'm gonna wait until the new year, and now the year is almost over. I'm gonna wait until hurricane season's over. The market's too hot. The market's too cold. And again, these are just excuses of that you're running into when at the end of the day, people, I hate to say it, still get divorced. People still can't pay their mortgage. People still want to liquidate. People still pass away. There's a ton of opportunity out there. Predominantly, most of the deals that we do is off market. What we found on off market deals, it's just bigger profits. Some of the other things that we do teach, and we'll do this when you do the 2-day quick start, I actually do a segment on creative financing, subject to lease options, seller financing, wrap mortgages. We've done webinars in the past on this. So as you start adding more tools in your tool belt, it's going to give you more opportunity to get deals, right? So I think that's always important too. The other thing is, how many of you guys, want to get into real estate for generational wealth and financial freedom? Put in the chat if that's you. Always curious. Why do you want to do it?
I'd also like to add, when Victoria and I started, we knew that real estate is a lot like the stock market. It goes up, it goes down, it stays the same. And no matter what strategy or what's going on in the market, that you actually can make money one way or another. And that's one of the benefits we found within this program, was that we were able to adapt and adjust very quickly whenever market changes took place, because there are so many deals being done. So we're leading in the forefront of seeing these changes as they happen versus finding them out 6 months or a year later. So that was very big help for us to grow.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? Only a few guys are really interested in generational wealth. Makes me wonder, do you not like your families or friends? You could leave it to me if you want, right? And Harry and Alexa, we'll gladly take your generational wealth. So no problem on that, right? So it's always important, and real estate can really build that for you. I love that Jose's on here. One of the things that he's done at his workshops, he also teaches, different ways to keep your money, right? Keep buying real estate, and you'll pay the least amount of taxes. So my first job is to teach you how to make money. Jose's job is to keep it in your pocket. So that's another reason why you're going to want to be in our 2-day quick start. For us, why do we like MLS versus off-market deals? When we say MLS, that's the multiple listing services. That means it's listed with the realtor. Harry, why do you like off-market deals versus MLS deals?
Well, there's a lot more opportunity, a lot more deals that are off market, bigger profits. We can actually help people, and there's a lot less competition in off market. So, just to name a few.
Yeah, and it's 100% is the great thing about the MLS, right, is like at least they want to sell. What we're seeing now, I know some of you guys, how many of you guys are realtors? Put in the chat, just so I know. What you're starting to see is properties are lasting longer on the market. So we have a deal with a student right now that we just went under contract. It's been on the market for about 145 days. Here's the catch. It was listed for 525,000. We offered 394,000 with our student, and they agreed at 400,000. They literally dropped $125,000 in a day. So as you're starting to see properties on the market, go ahead and make those low ball offers. Absolutely, because you just never know. For them to drop $100,000 in, I don't know, a day or two, it just tells you the motivation, right? Again, if the house is empty, they're paying taxes, insurance, right? They're paying all these holding costs. So what we're telling our students, the answer is both. Make offers on listed properties and off market. Again, what Harry is talking about, I think it's really important. Off market, you're not really competing with anybody else. It's just you and the homeowner fixing the problems. So some of the things we do is driving for dollars, direct mail, cold calling, and also you could do pay per click. So I know, Harry, you've always liked driving for dollars. You want to kind of talk about that?
Well, we love driving for dollars, door knocking, meeting people face to face. It's a little harder for people to hang up the phone if you're standing there right in front of them. But we also get to read people when you're looking in their faces. So when you ask a question, it's not bombarding them with 21 questions. It's you're waiting for a response, and in that response, you see what they really need, what they want, and you can help solve their problems. Because sometimes it's not about numbers, and there are a million different situations going on that we're unaware of, and if we can help them, just being there to do that, and it's easier. While you're out around, one of our students, they do all of their deals driving for dollars to and from work. They're driving. They take a different path to the gym, and did 3 deals and netted over $375,000 on those deals. So they're everywhere down here in South Florida.
Yeah, it's zero marketing dollars. I know Harry and Victoria, they spend zero money on marketing. I know some of you guys are afraid of door knocking. What I'm going to tell you is 95% plus people are nice, and what Harry said, it's tougher to say no, and most people don't do it, right? So if you do the opposite of what most people do, there's a better chance you'll get the deal. Direct mail is just expensive. So the response rate in general is 2%. So what I'm going to tell you is if you're doing direct mail, you got to be consistent, right? And you could list stack pre-foreclosure, behind on their taxes, out of state. The more challenges that you have on it, the more likely they are to sell, right? We're looking for motivated sellers. Again, you could cold call also, and then you could do pay per click. I'm just going to tell you the online lead generation pay per click is really expensive in our market. I do know people that are spending 20 to 30,000 a month on that. So if you have a limited budget, I would probably stay away from that. We actually stopped doing pay-per-click years ago. I actually left a slide in here why MLS deals don't work in 2025, right? It's competitive. Agents send the same deals to 100 buyers, right? Sellers want top dollar. They still think it's 2020, 2021, where people were banging on their door to buy their properties. It's just not that way anymore, right? Like that's one of the things that that we've seen. Again, if you have creative financing, when we do subject to, you could take over the mortgage. We've done a bunch of those deals. We've done seller financing. Again, these are different deals that you want to work to try to explain to newer realtors how to do seller financing or subject to. A lot of times they don't understand it. If they don't understand it, it's going to be difficult for them to explain it to their clients, right? So, whoop, right? And also off market, it gives you flexibility and better profit. You get to negotiate terms, not just price, right? You work directly with the seller. So a lot of times, and I love our realtors on this call, so I'm not picking on you guys. And what I'm going to say, a lot of realtors kill deals. It's just the way it is, right? They think it's one thing, and sometimes they're not working as well for the seller when it comes to it. Also, you could create, do creative deals. And when I'm talking about seller carrybacks, novations, again, these are additional tools that you could use when you're new. I promise you, like stick with wholesaling and rehabbing. Don't try to do everything at once because otherwise it's going to be a mess, right? So the other thing is cold leads versus warm leads, right? Cold leads, they don't know you and there's no prior contact. So you have to build that trust in, right? It requires a lot of volume, trust building, consistent follow-up. So when we talk about direct mail, we don't want you just to send one thing out. We want you to send, to those clients 6 times in a row, right? 6 different pieces of mail or 6 different touches is what we're going to say. And again, your approach, and Harry's a super expert at this as a problem solver. Is it a mortgage? Is it probate? Is it violations? All the above. One of the things, I'm not sure if this is fit, but, right? So again, just constantly fixing problems for them, right? Warm leads, you've engaged them in the past, right? They got a mailing, they called back. You created a landing page, right? So it's important when you're spending money on marketing to track it. It's easier to close if they know you. We've done numerous deals because they know me at BPM RIA. I've done numerous deals with attorneys. They know that that I close deals, right? Like if I say I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it. I paid for probate in the past. I paid for violations. And the approach is like you're a consultant. Again, you're fixing problems. When you're fixing problems, what I can tell you is price is not as important when it comes to it, right? And some of the things you could say is, hey, based on what we talked about last time, I think we can help, right? So a lot of times what we're seeing, especially newbies, they're like, oh yeah, I'm a cash buyer and I could close fast, right? So I think that's important that you guys understand that as a warm lead, they're going to listen to you, right? So a warm lead, again, could be from an attorney referral. It could be a friend, right? They've seen you. It could be a neighbor. Warm leads turn into big money pretty quick, right? And the other big thing is you got to analyze deals quickly, right? So one of the things that we teach even at the Quick Start is the 75% rule. So you want to figure out the ARV, right? After repair value. And what you want to do is get an offer out there as quick as possible. Ideally, you want to look at the house. What I can tell you is a lot of times when you're talking on the phone, if it's a mailing, they called in on one of your mailings or all the above, they may ask you what price. So you need to actually know what a quick offer would be. So the one that we use, and I'll use an example, let's say the house is worth $400,000. We take it by 0.75, 75%, and you take out the repair cost, So our offer price would be 250. And they may say it's too low, right? What I always tell them, we tell our students is, I know that you asked me for a quick price. What I'd like to do is come out to the house. And again, you could get a lot of feedback over the phone if they stop you from that. What I don't like, and we've been really pushing our students, is that we want to lock up the contract. And when you do it right, there's no risk in wholesaling, right? We're going to get it under contract. We're going to use inspection days, all the above. So we always want to lock up the deal. We want to build rapport with students, right? We want to make the right offer and negotiate. And we always use the correct verbiage in contracts to protect our money, right? And your deposit. So the things that you also need on subject to deals, right? These creative financing deals, you got to take over their existing mortgages, right? So there's some other deals that you could do. Seller financing is pretty easy. There's no banks involved, lease options, or you can pay cash. So for us, we've done a ton of deals where we just paid cash on it. And then lastly, you got to make sure it's a smooth closing. You got to have a good title company on your team. That's why we love Kevin. They're going to do our due diligence. You want to use the right contracts, and compliance is important. And then, of course, you need to build a power team. So those are the important things that you actually need. What I am going to do is we're going to go through ReaFax, and I'm going to show you what kind of deals we're going for. Give me a quick second here. And
But while you're loading that, obviously you can all see that there's so many different strategies to do real estate. You don't need to know everything. You want to specialize in one or two of them as you're learning, and knowing that the others exist allows you to be able to help the homeowner or whatever situation you're in as it comes up, because someone on the team is the expert in that. And that's the advantage of working with the RIA, is that we surround ourselves with a team of experts, so that we have this availability to everyone, no matter what the situation is, we can help.
absolutely. So how do we find deals, right? So ReaFax. So we're looking for motivation. So let's make this. What we're going to do a little bit here is I'm going to let you guys pick a zip code. So the first person that puts a zip code in, because they're going to tell me that they don't have any deals. Okay, Robert. There we go. 33026.
Hey, Robert.
Great to see you, Robert. Virtually, I should say. Okay, so let's talk about this. What would be a motivation? How many of you guys think pre-foreclosure would be motivation? Put in the chat. Okay, a couple of you guys. What other motivation would there be? Probate. Yep. Okay, so we'll do both. All right, so how many pre-foreclosures do we think are in the zip code? Robert, what city is that? Do you know off the top of your head? I'm just kind of curious. But
Miramar?
33026.
Cooper City. Okay.
Pembroke Pines, Cooper City. Okay, here we go. If you could see my window, there's 176 pre-foreclosures in that zip code. So that's Pembroke Pines, Cooper City.
And that list was generated in a millisecond.
Yep. So how many of those are for sale? Put in the chat. What do you think? How many of those are for sale? When I say for sale, it's listed on the MLS. Put in the chat. How many out of those 176? Okay, all of them, 58, 25. Okay, let's see. 75%. Okay.
What a range.
Yeah. So guess what? There's 9. You see that? 9. The green,
170 off-market properties available for you to go after.
yep. And the green means it's for sale now. The other ones are under contract. So only 5. So if Robert calls up his favorite realtor in Cooper City, says, show me all your pre-foreclosures for sale, they're only going to see the 5. And exactly what Harry said, what about the other 170? Well, let's see, out of those, right, pre-foreclosures, they've been served. Well, let's see if they have money in them. Someone might have equity in it. So the records are updated daily, just so you guys know.
And not everyone gets this list, and the people who do or can have access to the list are focused somewhere else. So
Yep.
that's why there's little to no competition in most of these cases.
Okay, so let's see if any of them have equity, right? Pre-foreclosures, they've been served. Why would they have equity? If it's been the last 2 or 3 years, guess what happened? Prices went up. So let's say, I don't know, out of those, let's get those no longer for sale. Let's pick the ones not for sale. Okay, so it's Pembroke Pines, Cooper City, right? They are not for sale. They're in pre-foreclosure. And let's say, I don't know, 30% equity or more. Let's see, because what does that mean for us? Wow, look at
Almost all of them.
That's amazing. Right, so what does that mean? And if you guys are new, don't worry. When you join our 2-day quick start, we go over all this. So pre-foreclosure, they've been served by the bank, right? That's how we know. It's public records. And so equity. Harry, what's the quick definition of equity?
Equity is the difference between what you can sell it for and what you owe.
Right, so easy example, it's worth 200,000, they owe $100,000. There's 100,000 in equity. Again, I'm using HGTV numbers. I know there's closing costs, there's prorations, I get it. It's just the basic idea. So if they have 30% equity or more, that means, guess what? We just need to get a payoff, right? They may even walk away with money. Well, let's just say,
Just out of curiosity, put that up to 70%. See what happens.
okay. Yeah. What I love about these things, again, is that, again, I'm letting you guys pick it. We have no idea. So debt to equity, right? So 30, say 85.
Wow.
Actually, it's the other way around, that there's more debt. So you want to do 30% then. I mean, 70. Yeah. No, you're right. Never mind. My bad. I'm even thinking. Yeah, so 85 of them have more than 70% equity. Right? That gives you a good idea. What happens? Let's go back, take that one out. Let's pick the owner does not contains Florida. So they're out of state. Only 6. Okay. They're out of state and they're in pre-foreclosure. How many of you guys think they may be more tempted to sell?
Well, one of them's already for sale, so
Yeah.
yep, they're interested in selling.
Right. So again, there's a ton of stuff out here. Who else wants to give me, and this time we'll pick probates, who wants to give me a zip code, again, where you guys tell me there's no deals in your neighborhood? Give me a different zip code.
Hollywood 33020. Wow.
Okay, a bunch of people with 330. Okay, let's pick that one. All right, so we're gonna pick probates this time. And then we'll go back to pre-foreclosures too, right? They're in probate, 33020, 126. Right? So let's talk about, yeah, 4 for sale. What about the other 122? How many of those have equity? I don't know, let's do 50% or more, right? Greater than 50% or equal or greater, right? 103. Right? So they have more than 50% equity. We could close fast. They're going to walk away with money. When you're in our program and your mentor works with you, so Harry's your mentor, and let's say they didn't do the probate yet, we'll go ahead on a case-by-case actually pay for the probate. How many of you guys understand that we know how to fix problems? Give me a yeah, buddy. How many of you guys understand that? Okay. We're problem solvers, right? We're not looking to buy houses. I know it sounds odd that, hey, I thought you're an investor in buying houses. We're fixing problems and making money. How many of you guys like doing both?
That's what I get paid for, solving problems. I don't get paid for selling houses.
Yep. Yep, exactly. Right. So let's pick, I don't know, what else you guys want to pick?
Try that, add pre-foreclosure into that.
With probate?
Yeah, with probate, with 50% equity and pre-foreclosure.
Okay, let's do before 50%. So 8 of them.
Okay.
Right. So
and this is just one zip code. There's 55 zip codes in Broward County alone.
yeah, so let's just pick pre-foreclosure, right? Let's pick this one. And the zip code 240, right? And out of those, how many are for sale? Right, remember 240. Only 18, 17 are for sale right here out of 240. Let's do debt to equity. I don't know, let's do 30%, right? Let's take out for sale.
So while Anish is doing this, you're seeing these lists be
Okay.
generated in milliseconds. We can stack the lists, multiple problems, issues, narrow down things, add whatever we need to. And there's still properties everywhere that are available.
And by the way, you just saw that it came 0. That's user error because I put 30% exactly, so equal or greater. 146 of them. How many of you guys are starting to see that there's a ton of opportunity out here? Right? Having the right team, having real cash. Well, we haven't even talked about the deals that we've done where there's code violations, liens. When the deal's right, depending on the city, I'll go ahead and wire the money. How many of you guys understand that most investors couldn't do that? When you're working with hard money lenders, they're not going to do that for you either. So we're true one-on-one in what we're doing. What else do we want to look at?
Try that list, no zip code, just put Broward County. Let's blow their minds.
Yeah, let's do, okay, Broward County. Yeah, let's do all the counties, right? Pre-foreclosures in Broward County. Put in the chat, how many of you guys, what's the number you guys are thinking? Broward County. I'm always curious to see what the numbers these guys think.
Add another 0, Robert.
Yeah. Yeah, and so if you could see, it's 11,451 in Broward County, right? How many of those are for sale? Again, these are just pre-foreclosures, guys. 719. What about the other 11,000 people? People always ask, like, why do you teach this? If you know, all this stuff. We can't be everywhere, guys. It's about leverage, right? You're
I'm
leveraging
sitting in
me.
the pool with 11,000 opportunities where most people are fighting each other for 700.
Yep. It's about leverage. You're leveraging me for money. You're leveraging Harry and the other mentors for knowledge and money. I'm leveraging you on the 50-50, and I'll talk about what that deal looks like.
When we started, all we wanted to do is be told what to do, hold our hand, show us what needs to be done. We didn't understand it in the beginning. And then over time, it made a lot more sense, and clearly it's where we are today.
I'll pick Palm Beach County. I'll do all 3 counties real quick in the Tri-County areas because everyone always gets mad at me. They're like, you never pick Palm Beach. I got you guys. 9,275. Right? So how many of those are for sale? Only 486.
So just 8,800 available there.
Let's pick Miami-Dade. And you guys know Miami-Dade's always number 1. And this is for the wrong reason. 16,476. Do you remember, Harry, we did this and it was around 12,000 at the beginning of the year?
Yep.
16,000, guys. And this, again, these are the people that are served. If they haven't been served, it's not even on this list yet. Right? So, and out of those 16,000, let's see how many are for sale. Only 1,036.
So if anyone's counting, that's 18, 20, 33,000 off-market properties in the Tri-County area.
Yeah, let's pick probates too, right? Again, we're going after the low hanging fruit. 7,918 in Dade County, for sale. Out of 7,900, only 293, right? So 7,600 off market. Let's pick Palm Beach real quick, and then I'll do Palm Beach 6,224. Out of those, how many for sale? So you're starting to see only 2 to 3% are for sales, which you're getting. Look, only 339. And then I'll pick Broward real quick. Broward. Probates 6,248. And out of those,
Everyone's eyes all bugged out for him flashing the screen so quickly.
oh yeah, all right. Sorry, 360. I just wanted, like, you're starting to see how many
There's a
opportunities.
ton of properties. That's what the bottom line is. There's a ton of off-market properties, no matter what we're looking for, equity, probate, pre-foreclosure. If we went into code violations, that additional financial stressors on the sellers, then this is something that's, this is one of the best, probably the best tool out there for this kind of searching.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick all 3 counties. How many probates in the 3 counties? 20,390.
Not for sale. Do not for sale.
Not for sale.
We have to calculate.
Yes, yeah, make me do the math too big.
So less than 1,000.
Yeah, 19,000 opportunities. How many of you guys are excited about real estate investing? Give me a yeah, buddy. I'm always a little worried if you're not yet, right? This is our market. So I know some of you guys, if you're on the YouTube University, I'm a board member of National RIA. It's not that I'm against other markets. It's just that we have so many opportunities here, and it's big money. And we'll show you some of the deals that we're getting, right? So that is probates. Let's pick.
There are so many people from National RIA that are jealous. They say we have such opportunity here. I think Colorado had it, 3 short sales.
A handful.
Very, very little.
34,000 pre-foreclosures in the Tri-County area, right here. Right, and then, oh, that's the ones that are not for sale. Sorry.
35,000, yeah.
Yeah, 37,000 in total. Right now, you're starting to see what's really out there. Like, oops, sorry, wrong thing there. So, like, you're starting to see, can we make the list smaller? Can we do them, pre-foreclosures in the 3 counties, and you can pick out of state. You could do that too, right? Like you're saying, hey, that's going to be another motivation. So the owner is not contains Florida, right? So 683. So there's a bunch of people out of state. We could stack it where they haven't paid their taxes for a couple of years. So when you join our program, this is the reason why I pay for the software. I will tell you guys, if you got questions, please put them in the chat. I mean, not the chat, the Q&A, my bad. The chat is moving way too fast for me to kind of keep track of it. So go ahead and put it in the Q&A. Rosa, how do you guys, so Rosa's asking, how do you guys get the contact info, cell phone of those pre-foreclosure probate leads, so you could cold call them? We skip trace them. So one of the things that REIFax does is if you have the full version, you get up to 500 skip traces a month. We also have what we found that's actually been better is IDI Core is one of our National RIA benefits. So if you're a member, I know Harry, you use IDI Core big time.
I do. They're great. It's a skip trace service. Not only do you find out their name or aliases, multiple names, married names, but you'll also see all their addresses and their history, relatives, spouses, children, other neighbors, every emails, potential email addresses, phone numbers, right and left, for their history. So it gives you tremendous opportunity. So some of the time, sometimes you can't find the seller, but you can contact their relatives or their heirs, and that can help me many times, solve the problems and make some of those insane numbers.
Yep, and I will put it in the chat. It's called idicore.com. As the National RIA benefit through our organization, we've worked out a deal where you get better pricing. The cool thing is I've actually gone to their offices. They're based out of Boca, and they're really nice people. I mean, the amount of information we get, they've had the best information on skip tracing. I do see who just hopped on also, Scott Whaley from National RIA. Welcome, Scott. It's always nice.
Hey, Scott.
It's always nice for you to pop in on here, and it's always fun when we see him on the cruise and the leadership conference. He's just checking up, making sure I say all the right things too. So make sure you let Rebecca and the team know I'm saying all the great things about it. Some of you guys may or may not know, I am a board member of National RIA. We will have a big announcement coming out pretty soon. I will become president of National RIA. So I am excited, to really push, the RIA world to the next level. So we're doing a lot of cool stuff. And again, you definitely want to be a member of our organization. And if you guys are buying in other markets, people always ask us all the time, is you should go to nationalria.org, their website, and there are approved chapters. And Alexa, I know, mentioned at the beginning, as an approved chapter, they do background checks, financial checks, and we have compliance every year. So, Robert, you're asking, how does the system know the amount of owner equity? So what it's doing is the comparables minus the mortgage that is recorded. So what does that mean, right? If they're behind on their mortgage, of course, they're going to have late fees and all the above. It's going by what's recorded. If they got a second or a third, and it's not recorded, the software is not going to know. So that's one of the things. The idea is to give you a quick end of it so you actually understand. If they're in pre-foreclosure, you're going to want to get a payoff, right? That's the reason why you're going to do it. That way, at least you have some great information up front. I think that's always really important for you guys to understand. I think that was
Yeah, it's a starting point. Computer algorithms are just that. They're a calculation, and they don't take, they can't replace your brain. When I first started, there was a house that the system said it was worth a lot more than it was. Well, why? Because it was across the street from a deep water canal mansion, multi-million-dollar mansion, but yet this house had no pool, no waterfront. And the system just added in together because it was within a certain range, distance, and that skewed the algorithm. So manually, when I saw that, I was able to make those adjustments and get the deal and not overpay for it.
Yeah, so now you guys are wondering, like, hey, what kind of deals do you guys do, right, with our students? Remember, I put up 100% of the money for the deals. We deal profit, and you're tied into a mentor, right? The other question we always get is, how many people do you guys take? Can you handle it? We only take 6 students per month because we give you unlimited access to your mentor. So, Harry, you want to talk about this deal that Julio did?
Julio, this is one of the ones he found driving for dollars. It was so overgrown you couldn't see the house. This is after we trimmed quite a bit of landscaping and got rid of garbage and stuff. He was a hoarder living in that house. It's 3 foot in that front door to climb into the house. No access to the bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchen for more than 5 years. He was living somewhere in that top right photo in that living room area on top of all that. The son didn't like his father living there, wanted him to move up to Melbourne, Florida, where the son was. All they needed was time. There was a ton of equity. The house is worth fixed up over 700,000, and the bank wanted like 70,000, but what the son needed was time, and we were able to give him that time. Also had 386,000 in liens on it, which we got down to $3. And so it's about solving all the problems, all the issues, all the concerns, and led to a serious profit, as you can see right there.
Yep. And again, that's driving for dollars, right? So I think it's important. This is Julio again. We're starting to call him the Hoarder King. Yep. Don't adjust your mics. I said hoarder. I know what you guys are thinking. Keep your mind clean, guys. Meaning, again, driving for dollars. Same thing. You couldn't see the house on this one. And this was a kind of a strange deal. We actually had to do a double probate. So I'll let you tell the rest of that story, Harry.
The mother died on Christmas a year earlier. The son couldn't live in the house, so he was living out in the front yard. Weeds were 6 feet tall. He eventually died as well, Christmas the following year, just before. Julio found the brother who was estranged, hadn't spoken to them in well over a decade, made him a deal. There was equity in this as well. We did all the work. We paid for the 2 probates. We cleaned out the house. We negotiated everything. Got the brother, I think it was like 30 grand or something. And we didn't know it was going to sell for as much as it did, but we ended up netting. Now, these are not HGTV numbers, guys. This is after all expenses, everything. This was what cash went into the bank, $110,000.
Yeah. And again, so when you're in our program, our students get 50%. So if you're keeping track, Julio put 0 money in the deal, 0 for marketing. I pay for RIAFAX while you're in it in our program. So he literally took the time. He made sure, he spoke to Harry. Harry coached him how to talk to the homeowners, right? That's $110,000 profit. This is one of Harry's deal, a reverse mortgage short sale. They're going to walk away from the property. And Harry, again, fixing problems, made it a win-win. We bought the house. Was it 171?
171.
Yep. Oh, by the way, $179,000 profit. Pretty good. Right. So this deal is another one of Harry's deals. Another move-in ready. Look at this black mold, geez, on that. And this was an unsafe structure. So when I first started, I said, unsafe structure must be a tear down. Harry, what does unsafe structure mean in our market?
Well, simple code, city code ordinances, or any house that does not have water running in it is classified an unsafe structure. This one had no roof, the ceiling was collapsing, so it did have additional unsafe issues. I'm being exposed to the environment, the water, the vermin, they chew on wires, electrical fire potential, so it added additional hazards. The bank appraiser refused to go into this property. So there were some logistics that we had to deal with, but it led to a $111,000 profit.
Pretty good, right? So, now I know, some of you guys are thinking, it all sounds great, but can I really do this? And that's exactly what one of our students said. And this is what he had to say about our program.
Hi, everybody. My name is Antonio Lopez. My company name is Antlop Investment Properties. And before I met Anish Dave and joined the BPM RIA mentoring, I had just a basic idea of what I needed to do in real estate investing. After I joined, aside from learning pretty much everything that was required to learn about real estate investing and to become successful, one of the biggest benefits that I received was the amazing network of people that were part of the club. Everything that you can think of, everything that you need in order to be successful in real estate investing, you can find it here at the BPM RIA. So thank you so much, BPM and Anish, for everything. I really appreciate it. I owe you guys a ton. And for you guys watching this, I highly encourage you to check out BPM RIA. It's the first place you need to, where you want to start your real estate investing journey.
So what I love about Antonio, not only is he been flipping houses, He's been speaking at the IMAN conference as the short-term rental king. And we've been announcing it. It's been like a soft launch. He is actually opening up the first Latin RIA here in Florida. So we're excited about that. As BPM RIA grows, we want to really help grow that Latin RIA. So, or actually he calls it the Hispanic RIA. So my bad on that. So we're excited about that too. And you've probably seen Antonio at our meetings, and he's been doing some pretty cool stuff. And it all started when he joined our coaching program with no real estate experience. This is one of Harry's deals too, which I love. Do you want to talk about this one?
Well, in addition to learning real estate through the National RIA and others, we've learned how to keep more money in our pockets. So this one here actually had equity. Another probate, to estranged brother. We got him the deal there. But we ended up purchasing this in my Roth, my tax-free Roth. So the Roth purchased this. All we did was clean it out. So it presented nicer. And we were able to sell this for, I put $1,000 down, earnest money deposit. And when we sold this, I ended up netting $145,000, or my Roth, and netted $145,000 tax free. Now, you can do your calculations. Those numbers are insane. I think it's what, 14,500% or something ridiculous on that earnest money deposit. But that is tax free. If you had to get that post tax, you're talking a $250,000 deal. This one here also was very similar. I almost passed on this one because one was in foreclosure, the other one was free and clear, and they weren't in bad condition, but something told me that the owner only lives 6 blocks away. So let me go see him. Turns out he was an 83-year-old man, tired, been doing this 60 plus years. And he was willing to sell and get our help. He ended up walking away with 125 grand. His son didn't want this, so we were able to help him with his son. And my Roth also purchased this with that same $1,000. I thought I was going to be a landlord. And I said, great, long-term residual income, generational wealth, all that sort of stuff. 13 days later, someone made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. And you see it there, $265,000 tax-free. The way I looked at it was like, okay, take the money and run, go get another deal for generational wealth. It would take forever to make that kind of that money. So
yeah,
these are the things I not only learned here at the organization, BPM RIA, but National RIA, kudos. Nish said, you have to go. I remember the ship leaving the dock, and I said to Anish, I have no clue why I'm on this boat. But the very next morning, the first 15 minutes into the first class, this is where I learned this. And it is, kudos to the National RIA. They're just a great group of people and lots of good friends from there as well.
Yeah, and when you guys are members, so Camel Plan is one of our National RIA benefits. The great thing about Camel Plan is Carl Fisher, the founder, he is local. So you guys have probably seen him at the meetings. We've had him speak numerous times. My job is for you to make money first. And the second part is to keep it legally. So again, tax, Roth IRAs are a great way to do it. Cost segregation, what Jose talks about out there. So it's constantly learning. As well as I do, I am constantly learning also. So some of you guys are saying, hey, you guys just wholesale houses. You guys don't fix any houses. And my answer is we do both, right? So this was a simple house. We cleaned it up. The bones were great. We rehabbed it. We staged it. Super easy. We could have wholesaled it. Instead, we made $67,000 in 118 days. The rehab took less than 30 days, guys. The reason it took so long, it was an FHA loan. So to do an FHA loan buyer, you actually have to own the property for 90 days. So easy rehab, could have wholesaled it, made 5 or 10 grand. As one of our elite students, you will rehab houses with me. I'll put up the money for the deals. So let's shift gears for a second, because I know the numbers are pretty impressive. We've been throwing $100,000 numbers at you. What we do at BPM REIA has really changed lives. So this next story always gets me and what they have to say.
My name is Kevin Tyree. My company name is, I work with BPM REIA. Before joining BPM REIA, my previous career, I worked at the Port of Miami for 23 years, and I also was a buy and hold investor. After joining BPM REIA, I've learned how to wholesale, short sales, work with probate properties, and things of that nature. Join BPM. Thanks, Anish.
Yeah, so Kevin was a buy and hold guy, and he wanted to learn how to wholesale. He needed some active income, and you probably, if you've been to the meetings, he's just awesome, just a really good person. So this is another house. This was a pre-foreclosure. We did the short sale on this, and this is Latania's deal. So Great Bones again. We set the record in the neighborhood at the time. Again, you're starting to see the same colors, the same staging company, right? We learned how to build systems. You don't want to be eclectic, meaning you want to have the same formula when you're fixing houses. So again, rehabbed it. This was a pretty good deal. It took us 4 months from beginning to end. Net profit was $167,000. Latanya, again, is an elite student, so she made 80-something thousand on the deal. And she worked with Carl Sheely to do the rehab. So some of the other deals I'll just kind of show you. This was another deal that was in North Miami, our student Violet. So imagine buying a 3-2 in North Miami for $155,000. Again, just knocking on doors. And actually, that was a lead from a neighbor. She had some bird dogs. That wholesale profit was $170,000. This is another one that we were looking to rehab. This was another one of Julio's deals. We looked at it, we could rehab it, and again, driving for dollars. He noticed the door was open and people were cleaning out the house. So we always tell our students, go ahead and stop and talk to people, right? Either they might be a cash buyer on your list, or they might want to sell the house. Again, we're looking at rehabbing the house, and instead we wholesale it, made another $122,000. This was another deal here in South Miami. They thought it was a tear down. This is true. This is what you think it is. It really is. I won't get graphic. But yes, there's species, whether it's cat, dog, human, you name it. They thought it was a tear down, and it really wasn't a tear down. We cleaned it up. This is actually cleaned up, if you can imagine. And we wholesale this, again, $235,000. Right. And then this deal, 55 and over neighborhood, the worst black mold that we've probably ever seen, right, Ari? Again, on the outside, it didn't look too bad. We bought the house, we sold it as is. And again, $61,000. What's really key on what you're seeing, the students are making 50% on the deals and they're putting up no money. How many guys are loving this? How many guys are, give me a yeah, buddy, if you're loving the deals that we're doing. And so this was just Marcella, same thing. This was pre-foreclosure. They lived overseas on this deal. Harry worked with her, and we got this deal, which was pretty good also.
Not every house is seriously distressed. I mean, they need some upgrades.
Absolutely. And that was another $102,000 profit. So our numbers are pretty big. And I'm going to play one more quick video of Nicole, what she said after doing our 2-day quick start.
Hi, my name's Nicole Bergatti. I'm with Bergatti Properties, and I'm currently a full-time employee of CBRE. I'm events and meeting coordinator. And prior to starting the 2-day quick start course, I've always wanted to do real estate. I've always been interested in flipping homes and all that good stuff. And I knew Anish, and I knew that this is what he did. And he's so smart and he knows real estate so well. And so I went ahead and just took the course, and I am so glad I did, because a couple months later, we ended up closing a deal that was worth $42,000. and that's great money. And now I have a few more deals in the pipeline, and I'm super excited about my investing future. And that wouldn't have been possible without Anish and his team. And I 100% recommend that you take this course, get started, and do it.
It was so cool to see you, Nicole, and she was out of the Tampa area. And one of the things that happened, how she found the deal, was her neighbor or her mom's friend, I should say, had dementia, and there was a personal representative, and her mom was good friends with this lady, and the son said, "Hey, we have this old piano. We want to give it to your daughter." And so she went to the house and she goes, "Oh, great, I'll take the piano. And what are you doing with the house?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know. I'll just probably sell it or do something." And lo and behold, we did the deal, and the net profit was $42,000 on that deal. So the question becomes, what's different, right? With us, we put up 100% of the money for the deal, so no credit, no problem. I put up all the money, right? It's a true partnership between us. Profit sharing, we go 50-50 on the net profits. If we do inspections and appraisals, the deal doesn't go through. Guess who eats the expenses? Me, right? So I'm taking on all the risks, and the truth is, it's not risky for me. We're gonna get rid of that analysis paralysis. How many of you guys got analysis paralysis? I don't know if it's a good deal. Maybe it's a good deal, maybe it's not a good deal, right? Our idea is to take action and close deals, right? The other important thing is we give you direct access to your mentors. Again, we only take 6 mentors per month. All the mentors were former students, so they've been where you've been at. The cool thing is, in our company, Alexa is the only paid employee really in our company that's salary. Everyone else on our team is performance-based. So the mentors get paid out of my 50%. They're still doing their own deals, so they have a vested interest in you doing well, right? So we have 2 different programs. Our core program and elite program, they're both fantastic. Our core program really focuses on wholesaling. Our elite program, it's actually buy one, get one free. We do wholesaling and rehabbing. What I'm going to tell you is you're going to have a ton of questions. I know Alexa's going to put in the chat, book a discovery call. So book a discovery call. You're going to ask me a lot of questions. We do have financing options out there. And then also we do have our 2-day quick start that's coming up, right? It's our last one of the year, guys. The year is almost done, right? How many of you guys in the beginning of the year, I'm going to get into real estate, and you don't. And so the quick start is A to Z, how to find off-market deals, how to analyze deals, wholesaling, rehabbing, creative financing. I've actually added stuff about self-directed IRAs and even AI information. So I'm doing it all in these 2 days, right? So got a couple special bonuses for you guys, for the people that act, right? So some of you guys, put in the chat, I know some of you guys went to Marshall Silver's Turning Point, and if you guys are following me on social media, we're breaking boards and we're eating fire. So I'm going to throw that in. So that's the 2 tickets. It's a $5,990 value. When you do our 2-day quick start, you find deals. I will do JVs with you, right? And so I will put up money for a double closing, so for transactional funding. If you're not sure what that means, when you come to the quick start, we'll explain that. We have a 10,000 plus cash buyers list. So we're going to help you sell it. We're averaging well over $40,000 per wholesale deal. I think it's kind of funny. My first wholesale deal, I only made $2,000. So when I see these numbers, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. The Experienced Power Team, I got to change the value. It's worth way more than $25,000. It's $80,990 of value. The other end of it is I will also do JV agreements if you have stuff under contract. So I think it makes a big difference. You guys will leverage my 25 years of experience and expertise. I think it's really important when you guys do this. And I know Alexa talked about this, money back guarantee. So if after the first day you say, "Hey, Nish, this isn't for me," right? Look, it's not what I want. If you stay the full day and you say, "Hey, it's not for me," I will give you your money back, right? The way I built this program is I make money on the deals out there. So I know there's a couple other questions. Ron, if it takes 6 students per month, other than fees, what are the requirements to participate? So one of the things is you're going to do a one-on-one with me. So not only are you going to be interviewing me, I'm going to interview you. I'm going to want to make sure it's a good fit. So have we taken everybody? And the answer is no. So go ahead, Ron, book a discovery call, and you could ask me all the questions that you want on that. I love whoever the analysis is not the best you could do, and that is. Otherwise, you're not going to get the bonuses. So it's pretty solid.
Good try, though.
Good try, right? So I feel like it's either a student or someone that's been watching our negotiation seminar, because I always say the same
Yes,
thing,
that's
right?
literally in the negotiation webinar.
Yeah, exactly. And I know, Bianca, you're asking students find the property and the mentors do the deal with the analyzing. What's the best way to go forward? Yeah. So we're going to show you how to find those off-market deals, right? So that's number one. The second end of it, your mentor is going to also work with you on pricing. We're going to put it in one of my company names, so you're taking no risk, and I'll literally wire the money out there, right? So again, if the deals doesn't make any sense, you're going to understand why also. There's too many people I've seen where they've gotten themselves into deals and they're not really deals. So again, that just tells me, join our quick start. Again, some of you guys are saying, hey, I don't want to wait for the quick starts. I want to join the mentoring program. We're starting to take, I don't know, I think we might only have 2 seats for October left. We'll be starting to take people for November. So go ahead and book a discovery call, ask all the questions, and we look forward to having you guys on there. Let's see, Natasha, you're asking, driving for dollars, how do you determine the area you want to target? What I'm going to tell you is you want to pick something close to you, right? South Florida traffic, I love it. And sometimes it's too much traffic. There's deals everywhere, guys. It's about pricing. Don't chase after hot areas. And again, we'll go deeper in this when we actually do the 2-day quick start. So
I walked my dog obviously in my neighborhood, and there was a house that sold for 250,000. It's worth 700. So they are everywhere.
yes, and also the other thing is there's a QR code. If you're a member, it's going to take you to the member page. It's $495. If you're a non-member, it's $695. What I would tell you is get a membership. So for a membership and a quick start, it's $790. So it's a win-win. I believe the QR code will get you to pick that option too, right? Did I miss?
Yes, it will. Yes,
Of course it will. I know Alexa has it covered.
Somebody will get it for free, right?
Yeah. So one person got paid to be here. Here's the thing is, if you've already been at the 2-day quick start, again, you could come again if you win this raffle, or you could gift it to somebody else too. So for us, the answer is always yes, and yes now. So who got paid to listen to us today?
Alrighty, our winner today is Garth G.
All right, Garth.
Which I actually spoke with him on a discovery call. I feel
Oh,
like
no way.
a couple
Okay.
months ago, but I know that he's gonna love this. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also important. Remember, I have all those bonuses in there. It's crazy. Even and some of you guys went to Marshall Silver's 2.5 day. You guys know what a rock star he is and how much fun that was. That alone, besides what I'm going to teach, I would definitely do that just because of those free tickets I'm throwing in also. So you do have to do it. Yes, Carly, I remember, you were down there breaking boards, eating fire, all the above out there. So a couple of last announcements. I hope you give me a 5-star Google review. We're looking for more video testimonials. If you just ask our office, we'll send you a little link. You could do it from your computer, you could do it on your phone. And I know Alexa always throws a little gift in if you are gracious enough to actually do a video testimonial. We really need to share the word out there to become a stronger community and really, do it the right way. So, and the other thing is, if you guys have things or topics that you guys want to hear about, hit me up. If I don't know it, I'll get an expert. I know we had a great webinar yesterday. I convinced Marshall to do a follow-up webinar Friday at 11. So that's going to be, whether you went to the turning point or you missed it, the Turning Point, you're not going to want to miss that webinar also.
Yeah, it'll be a great way to start the weekend. And we will see you guys so soon. We'll see you guys on Friday, hopefully, for the webinar. If not, we'll see you guys the week after next for the networking event. And then we'll have some workshops and things that you guys might see on the calendar. So keep an
Yes.
eye out for those. And
And
guys, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and I know some of the people, like if you can't make that November, you want to lock this in. We will let you do it in January. The bonuses will not always be there. So
Right.
that's one of the things that always comes up. And I saw a lot of you guys on the poll said, hey, I really need this. So I know you want to go ahead and do this, and this is where you want to invest in yourself. So I want to thank Harry Diamond, our Alexa Para, for an awesome webinar. You guys always rock it out. All our guests, it's been about a month since I've seen you guys on a webinar. So I look forward to seeing you next week, right? Or 2 weeks in person. I think we got some other webinars in there.
Yep.
I think we're adding some fireside chats. All I know is Alexa's got me working again and having fun. So let's do it, guys. And thank you again, Harry. We'll catch you guys soon. Bye.
Have a good
Thanks, Scott.
one, guys. Bye.